It's a Friday, and you know on a Friday, it's our preview day. We're looking ahead to all the action from this weekend, and there's a big match to look forward to in the English Premier League. It's at Stamford Bridge. It's Chelsea taking on Manchester United. We'll give you a preview of that one on the show today, plus all the other matches, plus we have our expert picks, and of course our possible upsets for the weekend. So that's about the size of our show today. Let me introduce the guys in the studio with me. Brother Bruno is here as well. Buddy, how are you doing this one? Are you alright? Before we go into tonight, this weekend's action, let's journey back to last night like we always do. There were 3 matches involving Premier League teams. Two in the league and then 1 in the Europa League. One of the games led to the sacking of a manager. Steven Gerrard was sacked yesterday after Aston Villa were beaten 3-0 by Fulham. Yes, we know the result. We know Aston Villa have not been playing well and all of that. It was expected. But let's talk about Steven Gerrard, buddy. I don't think anybody saw it as a surprise after the announcement was made. It's been a long time coming. They've struggled a lot this season, and he just couldn't find a way to set things right.
Yeah, very difficult. And I think the fact that he spent quite some money during the summer transfer window, he basically set himself up for this situation. And these are players that could easily, push Villa to at least maybe the top 10 basically, but it hasn't just worked well. And like I did say before he joined, I did say that I would have loved him to stay at least 1 more season at Rangers, but again, the lure to want to return to the Premier League. Again, aside his tactical ineptitude, I think the players as well, played a huge role in putting Aston Villa where they are at the moment. Example, last night, the red card by Douglas Luiz, very, very unnecessary, and I think earlier on in the season, he already picked up a red card as well. So you look at an integral player of this Villa side who doesn't seem to just, keep himself in check during games, and some other ones as well that have actually gone off form. Coutinho, Danny Ings, a lot of the players as well haven't really turned up, and even Tyrone Mings in the defense as well. Mistake after mistake. If he's not scoring an own goal, he's making a mistake leading up to goal. At the end of the day, Gerrard knew his time was up, and he was ready to just take the walk. Possibly he waited this long to receive the extra benefits that come with the sack letter. So, with time, he will return back to management very, very soon.
No, absolutely, I think he will. I think, despite the problems he had at Villa, he did win the title at Rangers. Yes, and it's a far easier league, but I think there's a decent manager somewhere in there, and he will get it right at the end of the day. Stephen, one manager that has eased some of the pressure on himself is Brendan Rodgers at Leicester City, 2-0 over Leeds United yesterday, and they'll be hoping that they can kick on from that one and maybe ease themselves away from the relegation zone.
Well, I can't say that I saw Leicester City winning this one. For some reason, I don't know why I was expecting a Leeds United to put up a better fight.
And a lot of people were expecting it, actually, to be fair, because Leeds United
just sneaked the win in. But Leicester City have been needing a win for a minute. Bad run of form for them. Shout out to Brendan Rodgers. Perhaps he'll be headhunted by a different team. I'm hurting over Steven Gerrard. I'm sorry. I just had to slide that in there.
It gets better.
Yeah,
and one more game from yesterday. It was Arsenal claiming a 1-0 victory over PSV in the Europa League. Granit Xhaka with the goal in that one. So let's go to all the action from this weekend. It starts tomorrow lunchtime, 12:30. The first game is Nottingham Forest taking on Liverpool, and then at 3 p.m. we'll see Everton taking on Crystal Palace, Manchester City against Brighton, Chelsea against Manchester United. That's the big one. We'll come to that in a bit. Aston Villa against Brentford, Leeds United will host Fulham, Southampton will take on Arsenal, Wolves against Leicester City, Tottenham Hotspur will take on Newcastle, and West Ham will face Bournemouth. But there's only one place to start, is at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea were held to a draw by Brentford in midweek. United have been in good form. Totally outclassed Spurs on Thursday. So what do we expect from this one?
Like we've seen in the last 2 seasons, something cagey once again. You look at the fact that Chelsea, United, the last 2 installments in the Premier League have ended in draws, 1-1 goalless draws as well. So, but in the last 9 games of the Premier League, Chelsea have only picked up a win against United. And that is something they should be worried about. But for Graham Potter heading into this, it would feel, okay, I seem to have a full understanding of this United side. With Brighton, I defeated them this season. But again, Chelsea are a different proposition altogether. And the sad thing for United is ahead of this game, the old talk has been about Cristiano Ronaldo walking out of the stadium and not being a part of the Chelsea game. But I feel for Ten Hag, he would have talked to his boys and said, see, guys, the focus should be on this game. Let's try to replicate the performance against Tottenham Hotspur. That particular one, we saw United going at Spurs, but can they go at Chelsea at Stamford Bridge? I feel that will be difficult. But for Chelsea as well, defensively, they've been found wanting. Yes, under Graham Potter, they've been able to keep clean sheets. But United, like I did say, are a different opposition altogether. Expecting a very cagey game in this one. But I feel if there's any manager that can, get the job done, or is in the mood to do a double over United, I think it's Graham Potter. So everyone would now say yes, Graham Potter is the man, and he's done the job against United once again. But for Erik ten Hag, I do feel he'll go ahead with the game with the starters against Tottenham Hotspur and try and see what comes out of it. But overall, looking forward to an exciting game. It's an even kickoff, so the weather will be friendly for everyone, and I do feel it would end the draw once again.
Draw?
Yeah. We've seen goalless, we've seen 1-1. I'm looking at 2-2 now.
I'm still very quickly. I think it'll come down to the goalkeepers at the end of the day. David De Gea, Kepa are both in fantastic domestic form. So it will be cagey. 1-0, and I think it will go Manchester United.
United to win 1-0.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. All right, let's go on a break. We'll come back and we'll still talk some more. Don't go anywhere. It's still the Premier League zone.